Trump, love you, bro. You know, I don't agree with a lot of the things that you say and
Same
do
here.
per se, whatever, but you ran this country beautifully. I'm going to vote for you again. No problem. But fuck you with the Bud Light shit. Okay?
I knew that's where you were going.
I cannot believe he did
fuck you in your stupid orange face with your Bud Light shit.
Listen.
No, we're not forgiving. We've abandoned. It wasn't a boycott. It was a man-cott. We're done. We've moved on to stuff that actually tastes like beer, and we're not coming back.
No, here's the thing about the whole Bud Light bullshit. I've had some guys send me some emails in regards to some of my past videos. I had a Bud Light in my hand. That was fucking almost 8 years ago.
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to be a psychic, Pop. You write books about it.
Not how it works.
It's not how it works, man.
No, man. If you could foresee the future, you wouldn't have tied one on with, chick who killed.
I don't know. I mean, back in the day, I'd walk into a bar, and if I didn't know what was on the menu, you could say, "I'll just take a Bud Light," and they'd be like, "Bottle or tap?"
Yeah, but they always had it. Yeah,
yeah. It was like a staple. That's gone now.
Now they can't even give it away.
They're not even getting shelf space in a lot of places. People won't even stock it anymore.
Okay.
And here's the thing.
I'd rather drink local anyway. We get Shorts Brewery here in Michigan. They make great beer.
But here's the thing: is we need to have this country punish all of these woke corporations by simply closing your wallets.
Done.
That's what I've always said. Is that's elections, you get to vote once every 2 years or once every 4 years. When you vote with your wallet, you're voting every single day.
Correct.
Yeah, stop buying stuff.
Absolutely.
All this overpriced shitty food and just stupid gadgets, and just stop.
Look, hey.
Stop buying it.
What's up with the shitty ass food comment? You know I'm on the 65 and out plan. Come on now. What, trying to make me live to 70, you motherfucker?
Every time I drive by a
80,
pizza joint, I'm
homie.
like, I wonder what Pop thinks of that, because I know you've already tried it.
Which one?
Every time I drive by any pizza joint.
Oh, yeah.
Like I come down it's a Stosh's just up there. I was like, I bet Pop's tried that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start bringing kale juice every Thursday night for him.
You do that, and we're gonna lock the door.
Now listen, you can make me a vegetarian.
You can hope the ghost lets you in the back.
When there are pictures of a fucking salad on cave walls. There's no fucking pictures of salads on cave walls. There's just dudes throwing fucking spears at animals or hitting them with fucking clubs.
I mean, we could draw some, I'm going to kill this fucking Caesar salad with this spear so damn hard. It's been so long since I fucking caught a crouton.
But hang on. We're going off in the weeds here.
Well, that's why people tune into this show. If we didn't go off in the weeds, they would think something was wrong.
Well, I do that in my classes all the time. I started talking about story structure, and next thing I know, I'm talking about the multiverse and parallel dimensions and string theory.
Speaking of multiverse, I bet if Brett were to take that hat off and shave his head, that motherfucker would make a great Walter White for Halloween.
I'm getting there.
There you go. See,
that's amazing.
I got to dye the beard, though. You got to dye the
George
beard.
Carlin's advice. You want to be bald? Do what I did. Wait a while.
I normally shave my head, but I'm getting ready. I'm growing it back to see how gray it's gotten. It used to be pretty brown, but
Mr.
Just
Mauser,
don't do the come over thing, please.
Like, I am 100% serious when I say this. I would love to assist you in any project you have moving forward, as long as there's no gay shit in it. I'm not doing that.
Absolutely, yeah. We're not going to do Brokeback Mountain 2 Electric Boogaloo.
No.
But yeah, if you need a good DP, no, not that. It's filmmaking vernacular. Director of photography is DP. Okay, I'm not talking about the kind of shit that happens on the boat. Okay, there's a reason why I'm dancing with my back to it and not participating in it. All right, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I've been caught using that phrase in the wrong company before.
Phrasing, boom, nailed it. All right,
Mr. Mauser, if you do order any of my books, please give them a good review on Amazon. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
And definitely, dudes out there is a link to this in the Meat Gazer box. Mm-hmm. This book, it's only $13. Even if you just use it as a bookend or whatever, you got to put your cock sauce on it. All right. Show the man some love. He has shown us lots of love over the years. We've been sponsored by him, advertising his movies, even, given some bit parts in a couple of them, like what we could do. So
I love the one where I'm the security guard.
Yes.
Well, you were the cop,
the cop. That was awesome.
And I was the the Antifa person. I was the flag.
I think I tried to get every one of your catchphrases in that 2 minutes that I had you on there.
Well, it was hilarious because I know that we were just talking about your ex when we were talking about one thing. As I said, "Oh, it's a right provided to them by the Queen," and then you just hear, fuck her, she's a whore." Like, wait, I'm pretty sure we weren't talking about the script at that point.
Well,
but it worked.
It is what it is.
I don't know what news network wouldn't bleep that out on the air, but I don't know. Apparently, it's a really good one in Red Days.
But yeah, if you are interested in the book, you know that last whole part is specifically designed so that people can read it and then argue and debate with those people that say socialism's great or Marxism isn't DEI, because that's one of the things that some of the reporters would say. I'd say, look, this is Marxism. Well, I just don't see it.
I just don't see it.
Because
they don't want.
That's why I wrote that third part.
Here. Equity is Marxism. It's equity enforced at the point of a gun, where the productive feed the weak, and the only people who gain from it are the ones at the very top.
Yeah. I put in the book that, in one column, the tenets of DEI, right next to it, the tenets of Marxism, and it's the same thing.
Yep. It's a bunch of horse shit.
In fact, you can, if you get the actual Communist Manifesto and you do a find and replace, you can literally substitute feminism, all the other
feminism,
catchphrases,
BLM,
right
Antifa,
in there,
all of it.
It will not lose the continuity of the book.
Yeah, I mean, and just these groups always name themselves for the polar opposite of what they stand for. You notice that? They've learned from the politicians that they vote for. Black Lives Matter, except for that whole 95% black on black homicide thing, and
can't talk about that.
The little girl Sequoia Turner that was murdered because her family made the mistake of trying to turn around in the Wendy's parking lot after it was burned.
Yep.
And those black lives don't matter. No, and if you vote Republican, you really don't matter.
Wow. Yeah.
Antifa, we're anti-fascist by promoting fascism and encouraging corporations to censor people and fuse with our government and fuck our industry. Yeah, you're totally anti-fascist. It's just like Affordable Care Act or the Patriot Act.
Well, pro-choice. Let's even if you ignore the choice the baby doesn't get, but pro-choice to them is no choice except abortion.
Yep.
Pro-choice is murder.
I think Reagan really put a button on it. Was like, you'll notice all the people who are pro-choice have been born.
Yeah, just call it what it is. Why don't you just call it what it is?
It's murder.
Yeah, you're okay with taking out the young.
Yeah,
like
you are okay with murder if it doesn't fit in with your plan.
If you got a hamster this much to justify, you're fucking up.
But it should be their right to make poor decisions, and then to get out of their poor decisions, commit murder and genocide.
Yeah, commit murder and genocide, or force taxpayers at the point of a gun to pay for your bad decisions if you decide to keep it, just so you can hamstring a dude and string him along by his wallet penance for the next 18 to 21
and
years.
Even if they don't want to do that, they still have the AAA insurance policy: abandonment, adopt, and abort.
There you go.
Like literally, there are boxes in fire departments where you can walk up, put a living baby in, shut the door. No questions asked.
Yep. Now, if you're a dude and you try to do that,
you're going to jail.
Going to jail. If you're a dude and you want to abort your baby after it's born, you're going to jail. A woman can abort it after it's born in New York or California.
But how many stories are there of men actually abandoning their babies at firehouses and doorsteps?
Probably none.
I barely hear
limited.
of it.
Very limited. And then when
men love, women submit.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
No. Men fall in love, women fall in business.
Well,
let's get it right.
But I'm just saying, like, in the ideal situation, men love, women submit.
Okay.
That's because virtually every relationship that a woman will have is transactional.
Yeah,
that's the conditional, unconditional love. Yeah.
Yes, the condition of unconditional love. Yeah, because you ask any dude, like, oh, I've got the greatest woman. Yeah, pretend you lost your job for 2 weeks.
Yes, and see what happens.
See what happens.
Yeah, you're gonna get.
I'm not about gaslighting anybody or anything, whatever. But I'm just saying that if you were to lose your job and you were unable to provide, most women will abandon ship.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
There are very few who will be like, "I got this," and then go to work. So and be like, "I got this." If you can at least take care of the kids back home if you have a family.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't even think that's going to happen. I mean, there's a reason.
I've seen it happen, so I know it does.
Well, hang on. There's a reason why 5.1 people out of 1,000 are getting married. It is a shit situation. There's no upside in it for men, only downsides. Worst case scenario, you get to stay married and be absolutely miserable in a sexless marriage until you decide to fall off this fucking planet. That's it.
I tell every guy I meet, do not get married, avoid the college trap, find your own business, learn trades, open up a business, learn investments.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, the whole reason I went back to school, like in 2010, was to get the piece of paper because I'd already had the knowledge, I'd had the jobs, and then I finally get it. And then I just read something like 2 weeks ago that companies are going to stop requiring BA degrees now because they know how useless they are.
Well,
they are.
Yeah. I mean, I have a bachelor's in science, and I never even used it to, do anything.
Most of the people I know with bachelor's degrees have shit dead-end jobs.
Correct.
I know people, I'm 43, and I know people who are still working off their law school and grad school debts.
Yep.
20 years, 25 years later.
Well, I remember it would have been about 15 years ago. I was dating this chick I met at a wedding, and she was telling me about how she literally had to take out enough student loans to pay for all of her living expenses while she was going to school for nursing anesthesia, which is the toughest program there is. It has over a 90% failure rate. All right. And she did it twice.
Whoa.
I guarantee you she still has not paid off that debt 15 years later.
And that level of stress, I wonder how much it affects the job performance.
Yeah.
Or your health.
Yeah. Not a knock. It's a matter of reality, numbers.
And at the time, I even told her, I said, one, that sounds like a bad idea. She's like, but I'm going to make so much money. I was like, you're going to make so much money if you pass, if you don't have to do this twice or 3 times. Yeah. Because then if you do it again, you're going to have to take out all these loans again.
Okay.
Over $100,000 worth.
Again.
Yeah.
And then you're taxed on your income, and then you have all your insurances with your profession.
Like shit, at that point in time, I had lost my job. I was starting from square one. That was around the time that I met you. I had a consistent job. The company completely folded. I had to start off completely on my own, starting my own
business. And I were talking about tooling some of these guys up.
Yeah, because one of them decided to fold up shop, use one of his employees' W-9s to fraudulently create a dummy corporation so he could send out letters to couples who had balances due so that they would send checks to him and not the guy who had legally obtained the contracts.
Wow.
And yeah, he owes me $3,000 I'll never see.
Yeah, well, we can only hope he gets bone cancer.
Oh, yeah. And I hope he gets dick cancer. I hope it rots off at the stalk.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the meat caser box.